Oh, this newer phone here, it's got all these glitches in it. When you first turn it on and stuff, and when I first go using the cat, like it's all kind of acting like it's not catching the movements right or something. Sometimes I wonder if it's going to turn out right on the ultimate of the outcome of the video. But this morning I'm going to read Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Simple ways to keep the little things from taking over your life, you know. So, number 12, let others be right most of the time. One of the most important questions you can ever ask yourself is, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? Many times the two are mutually exclusive. Being right, defending our positions takes an enormous amount of mental energy and often alienates us from the people in our lives. Needing to be right or needing someone else to be wrong encourages others to become defensive. It puts pressure on us to keep defending. Yet many of us, me too at times, spend a great deal of time and energy attempting to prove or point out that we are right and or others are wrong. Many people consciously or unconsciously believe that it's somehow their job to show others how their positions, statements, and points of view are incorrect, and that in doing so, the person they are correcting is going to somehow appreciate it or at least learn something wrong. Learn something, and you're wrong about that. Think about it. Have you ever been corrected by someone and said to the person who was trying to be right, "Thank you so much for showing me that. I'm wrong and you're right. Now I see it. Boy, you're great." Or has anyone you know ever thanked you or even agreed with you when you corrected them or made yourself right at their expense? Of course not. The truth is, all of us hate to be corrected. We all want our positions to be respected and understood by others. Being listened to and heard is one of the greatest desires of the human heart. And those who learn to listen are the most loved and respected. Those who are in the habit of correcting others are often resented and avoided. It's not that it's never appropriate to be right. Sometimes you generally need to be or want to be. Perhaps there are certain philosophical positions that you don't want to budge on, such as when you hear a racist comment. Here, it's important to speak your mind, usually. However, it's just your ego creeping in and ruining an otherwise peaceful encounter. A habit of wanting or needing to be right. See, every time I look in the camera, like, I don't know, it feels like the movements are jagged. Just in, I guess I'll have to watch this back and see if it is doing that. A wonderful, heartfelt strategy for becoming more peaceful and loving is to practice allowing others the joy of being right. Give them the glory. Stop correcting. As hard as it may be to change this habit, it's worth any effort and practice it takes. When someone says, "I really feel it's important too," rather than jumping in and saying, "No, it's more important too," or any of the hundreds of other forms of conversational editing, simply let it go and allow your statement to stand. The people in your life will become less defensive and more loving. They will appreciate you more than you could ever have dreamed possible, even if they don't exactly know why. You'll discover the joy of participating in and witnessing other people's happiness, which is far more rewarding than a battle of egos. You don't have to sacrifice your deepest philosophical truths or most heartfelt opinions, but starting today, let others be right most of the time. Oh, even if I rewatch this and it seems like it's kind of jagged, I guess I should just keep it. It's going to be what it is. As long as you can hear what I'm reading to you and it is coherent, that's probably the best. I was thinking about that, though. it's something I have to work on sometimes because you know. But I find myself many a times in life over the past few years, I've learned better at. Sometimes it is easier let people, even if someone isn't right about whatever they're speaking, and you know what, I think I missed a certain part here. Oh yeah, I did miss a little something here. I think I missed a whole. It's not that it's never appropriate to be right. Sometimes you generally need to, or to be or want to be. Perhaps there are certain philosophical positions that you don't want to budge on, such as when you hear a racist comment. Here, it's important to speak your mind. Usually, however, it's your ego creeping in and ruining an otherwise peaceful encounter, a habit of wanting or needing to be right. I can't remember if I think I skipped over that part. So I just plugged it in there. But I got me thinking, there've been plenty of times in my life where I've been around other people and they were, using the N word or generally speaking from a place of genuine, some kind of discomfort about certain types of people and stuff. And in some of those moments, I'd realize that what point is it for me to speak up and say, oh, I can't believe you're racist or I can't believe you're this or that. Other than it just making the whole situation or moment that I'm in around those particular people uncomfortable, because a lot of times it's the same with religion. Most of the time, you'll find that you're not going to you're not going to be able to have much of a conversation and convince anybody of what they've already came to conclusions on their own, especially after a certain age. It doesn't mean that old dogs can't learn new tricks. I mean, I'm learning new tricks daily, or I try to. I'm trying to learn to grow. And now, that being said, if I do know that if I am correct about certain things, sometimes I am gonna not budge. I'm gonna say, but if it's appropriate. But sometimes it's easier. Let's sometimes it is nice to realize I don't, even if I am right about a certain thing, does me bringing up my rightness or my correctness, is that going to change anything in this person or this situation? I just would rather things run smoothly, and but I am going to speak my mind when it's something I firmly know to be true and I believe in. I am going to speak, But anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to offer that with y'all. Or I just wanted to read that and share that. And I ain't fully aware of what I'm going to do today. But anyway, until next time, Mr. Cloud says the eternal moment over and out. I think I'm running out of data or space here.